Welcome to all of the lay people here from your centers, and welcome to all the monks and novices. In the last Dhamma session, we talked about the dog Bunrod, who was able to survive with its life in an amazing way. This was due to the good karma that it had built in the past. The merit that the dog had done supported it in the time when it was in difficulty and suffering. The dog had people come to help it, even falling in the wide open sea, but it was able to swim to the Chevron oil rig that was 220 kilometers off the coast of the Songkhla district in Thailand. The Chevron workers helped the dog Bunrod to safety and looked after it extremely well. We can see that the merit that one has done follows, and in this case it was able to help the dog survive with its life. Today we'll talk about another subject, about whether it is truly merit or not merit. So let's look at this subject that we may have had some experience with in buying lotto or different types of lottery. Some may win sometimes, some maybe regularly. Here in Thailand, there have been problems that come up with the lottery where someone has won the first prize of 30 million baht, but due to some unresolved circumstances, they didn't know who the owner of the winning ticket was. Even now, the issue still hasn't been resolved, and it's been big news in Thailand for already a year. They still can't establish the true owner, and in this case it's still awaiting the court to make its decision. But here we'll look at this subject of lottery in a case overseas, so let's follow this story together. There were two young men who were close friends. One man was named John Ross Watson, 31 years old, and the other named Mark Goodram, 36 years old. They were both unemployed. They bought a scratch lottery ticket from the Camelot Group, which operate the UK National Lottery. These two men won the lottery jackpot of £4 million. That's 160 million baht. But the Camelot Group was suspecting that these men had used a stolen debit card in order to purchase the scratch lottery ticket. This was because the name that had been used to buy the lottery ticket was under another name. The person who bought it and won was not named Mark Goodram or John Ross Watson, but another name. Here, confusion arose whether the winning claim was true or not. Had these two people who won used their own money? This incident happened in London. Here, Mark Goodram and John Ross Watson contacted Camelot Group to receive the winnings of their lottery, but both of them didn't have a bank account to their names. The Camelot Group investigated both of them because the debit card they had used had to be linked to a bank account. The Camelot Group asked them who the debit card belonged to. Mark Goodram and John Ross Watson said it was their friend named John, but they couldn't state the surname of their friend, and they didn't know the friend's address or contact number. So the Camelot Group had their strong suspicions, and so they withheld the winnings first. They needed to find the truth and investigate first. But during this time that Mark Goodram and John Ross Watson were being investigated, they were overjoyed at winning, and they were showing off their success on social media by opening champagne, drinking cocktails, and in other ways. They believed that they had properly bought the lottery ticket for £10 or about 410 baht, and the receipt confirmed that they had won the jackpot of £4 million. But the background of these two men were not very good. Mark Goodram had been sentenced 22 times out of 45 criminal offences. The last time he was convicted was just last year, having been convicted of stealing money. But he said he was going to see the Queen of England, which would be a joy in his life. He said he couldn't wait for the winnings anymore. He said that he would spend the money buying some expensive property, expensive goods, and finally be able to look after himself. And for his friend, Mr. Watson, who is a Manchester United fan, but he has also been convicted of theft in the past. His dream was to go on a cruise in the Caribbean and to go to Las Vegas, but he had nothing at all yet, not even a passport. Would his dream come true? These two had been friends since childhood. We can see that friends that are thieves and friends that are bad people, they become friends with each other. The Buddha said not to associate with bad people, like immoral people and thieves. And both of these people were practicing wrong livelihood, and they both associated with each other, which just made them promote each other's evil ways more. None of them was pulling the other, but instead they were just pushing each other's evil up more, both being wrong in terms of their sila Dhamma, or level of morality. They told others about their winnings, but others didn't believe that they had won the jackpot. They showed off that they had won and that they were going to receive all this money. They showed off, shouting and excited in the middle of the road, saying it was the happiest moment in their life. Both were celebrating big time. But who would believe these two people? Because they had so many bad things in their life. People who liked to steal and had gone to jail, will they have this much luck? It is usually said that do good, receive good, do bad, receive bad. But here it happened that the money that they used to buy the lottery ticket with was money that they had stolen from a debit card, and winning the jackpot, they couldn't receive this money. Why? Because this money wasn't pure. In this case, if they had just £10 and they had used their own money and bought the ticket themselves, then they would have got £4 million. But here, the money in the debit card they used was stolen by them, and after they won, they didn't get that money. So we can see that the purity of one's wealth is important. If the money is pure and we used it to buy lottery and we won, then the winnings would be ours. There would be no issues with it. But it's also possible that even if the wealth is pure that one buys the lottery with, that they win and do get the winnings, but it ends up disappearing due to someone who comes to interfere. This is like karma coming up to interfere. This has happened many times, where in some cases they end up having problems and have to go to court a lot. This is about the results of karma coming up to obstruct. But in this case, the money used was not pure from the beginning, stealing a debit card to buy the ticket. So the result of the merit that they should have gotten, they didn't get. So the important thing with wealth is that even if one has just a small amount of wealth, but they use it to make merit with the mind that has faith and confidence, then even though the wealth is small, but the merit made is a lot. On the other hand, if one has great wealth, but it has been gained with an impure mind, through occupations that cheat and steal, or occupations that are wrong in terms of sila Dhamma, then even if one uses a lot of money to build a monastery or an uposatha hall, then they will gain very little merit. This is an example. So you should be proud that the wealth that you have obtained has been pure, and then you do dana or practice giving with a happy mind before, during and after we do that dana. And we also do so with recollection and as an act of puja to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Then we can be pleased that we have a lot of merit in our minds. Here the Buddha said that when we have a mind that has faith and our wealth is pure and we do dana, then it will have great results. So may you do dana and recollect the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. This topic today should teach the mind that we should be people who are firm in goodness. We have sila Dhamma, maintaining the 5 moral precepts. We don't steal from others. we have loving kindness and compassion to others. They love their wealth, and so we shouldn't steal from others. Our own wealth we love, and we don't want others to steal it. So thus we shouldn't steal from others. This is an example of Sila Dhamma. So may you be established in Sila Dhamma. May you grow in blessings.